Movement 1. Harmonizing with pain. I know that in this moment, whether you're in a quiet room or reading from afar, some of you carry hearts heavy with exhaustion. You've tried to be strong for too long. There are cries you cannot voice, questions of why, that echo into what feels like heaven's silence. I see you, and your pain is not invisible. Psalm 10 begins. In that very place, a raw, honest question. Why? O Lord, do you stand far off? Psalm 10:1. God doesn't demand a cheerful song when your soul is shattered. Instead, He hands you a sacred score, one that holds space for every note of sorrow. Consider David, who penned this psalm while surrounded by enemies and injustice. His heart broke, yet he found in these words a way to name his pain. Today, take one small step, write down a single sentence that captures your heart's ache. Let it be your first note in this symphony. Movement 2. The note of lament. Now that we've dared to voice our pain, let's lean into the freedom Psalm 10 offers. It doesn't shy away from the world's brokenness, verses 2 to 11 pascals, into vivid picture of arrogance, oppression, and injustice. I understand. The psalmist seems to say, how it feels when the wicked seem to win. This is your permission to lament, to tell God exactly how heavy the world feels. Think of Hannah, weeping in the temple. 1 Samuel 1. Her prayers, a raw outpouring of grief. Her cries, like David's, became a dialogue with God. Psalm 10 assures us God hears every word. Psalm 10:17. Your lament is not a sign of weak faith, but a bold act of trust. This week, try this. Read Psalm 10:2 to 11 aloud. And after each verse, pause to name one burden you carry. Let your sigh become a prayer. Movement 3. The fortress of faith. As our lament rises, Psalm 10 shifts to a steady, anchoring truth. But you, O God, do see trouble and grief. Psalm 10:14. God is not distant. He is your fortress, a refuge in the storm. When life's winds howl, this promise stands unshaken. Picture Corrie ten Boom, hiding Jews during the Holocaust, clinging to Psalms in her darkest moments. In a Nazi prison, she found God's presence as her shelter. Just as David did, her faith wasn't blind. It was built on God's unchanging nature. You, too, can find solid ground. Your step of faith today is simple. Memorize Psalm 10:14. Whisper it when doubt creeps in. Let it be the cord that holds you steady, reminding you that God is near, weaving your pain into His greater score. Movement 4. The melody of His justice. The melody now swells with hope. The Lord is King forever and ever. Psalm 10:16. This is God's pledge that injustice will not have the final word. Psalm, the 10th of December lares that God not only sees but acts. He defends the fatherless and oppressed. Psalm 10:18. This truth sustained Martin Luther King Jr., who, amid threats and hatred, drew strength from Psalms to fight for justice. He believed God's kingdom would prevail, and that faith fueled his courage. You may feel powerless, but God's justice is at work, even when you cannot see it. Your action today. Pray Psalm 10:17 to 18f, or someone facing injustice. Speak their name before God, as you though. Trust that your prayer joins the eternal melody of God's righteousness, resonating far beyond what you can imagine. Movement 5. Coda of unyielding hope. We've journeyed from silent pain to a song of trust. Psalm 10 has guided us through lament, Refuge, and the assurance of God's justice. Now, let's proclaim together, though my life's melody falters, I trust you are my conductor, though I walk in darkness. You are my song, you are my strength and my psalm. This is our coda. Ou defiant hope, come to Jesus. Let him retune your soul with peace that surpasses understanding. Like David, Hannah, Corrie, and Martin, you are part of God's grand symphony. Your step now each morning. Read Psalm 10:16-18 and rest in God's reign. May his peace guard your heart, his strength lift your voice, and his song renew your hope. Coda of power and blessing of peace. May the God who hears every sigh weave your story into his eternal song. May his justice uphold you, his presence surround you, and his peace compose a new melody in your soul. Amen.